Crimson Scribe. The Crimson Scribe sat amidst the mundane hum of the broadcast booth, a relic of faded glory. His fingers, stained with the ghost of cheap ink, tapped a nervous rhythm on the cracked Formica desk. The air was thick with the dust of dead transmissions and the low electric drone of a transmitter on its last legs. He was just another voice in the static, reading the shipping forecasts to the few lost souls who still tuned in. Mid-sentence, a slip of paper, a revised bulletin, was slid under the glass of his booth. It was nothing. Routine. A correction to a grain price from the agricultural board. But as his eyes scanned the rows of numbers, a pattern emerged. A code he hadn't placed there. A sequence of digits he recognized from a forgotten, intercepted signal from the Cold War. His voice hitched for a fraction of a second, a stumble in the monotonous flow. The phone rang. A man named Silas, voice like gravel and bad intentions, thanked him for the timely update. Then another call from a frantic woman named Alara, begging him to retract the numbers, saying they were a death sentence. The pattern began replicating itself, bleeding into other broadcasts, whispered by ham radio operators and picked up by shortwave listeners. The Scribe had accidentally reactivated a dormant signal, a ghost in the machine, and now its parasitic message was spreading through the airwaves. Silas arrived at the station, a hulking silhouette in the doorway. He offered the Scribe a choice. Become the new permanent mouthpiece for their hidden network, a living conduit for their encrypted traffic, or be permanently disconnected. The microphone, once his tool, now felt like the barrel of a gun. To speak was to surrender his voice to the control virus. To remain silent was to be erased. Crimson Scribe leaned into the mic, his final broadcast. But he did not speak Silas's words. Instead, he began to read the raw, unfiltered code itself, every digit, every corrupted byte, overloading the signal, flooding the frequency with its own chaotic essence. The transmitter whined, then screamed, and fell silent in a shower of sparks. He had burned out the machine to kill the virus. The airwaves went dead. He was no longer a broadcaster. He was the last broadcast, and the silence that followed was his masterpiece.